The crack used to be good though, didn't it, the company? I mean, it was, you know, the crack was ferocious, wasn't it? You know what I mean?
Sarcasm was brilliant.
Oh, it was, man. It was, that's what you practiced all day.
You were saying again yesterday, you wouldn't get away with it these days.
No.
Oh, no,
PC would kill it, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we've talked some tales of what happened when we were apprentices.
We're on about Eddie Cartmel, you know, he used to go down that Toyota Celica, and he had an old guy for him who was 76 and he was still waiting for him, and he died. And Eddie had him tearing stuff out in the old mountain shops where I was working, you know, and I was down, I had a barber's down underneath the steel plant, you know. We're in the barber's at the steel plant, you know, underneath, like, you know, this bloke's getting his hair, and Eddie's sitting waiting, like, for a haircut, like Eddie Cartmel, you know, and he says, what about so? I can't remember the guy's name, but he was 76, he was still waiting, and then he died, like. And he was saying to Eddie, you killed that John, whatever they call him, you know. He says, what do you mean I killed him? He says, well, he says, you killed him. He says, he's 76, man. He says, he says, but you had him bloody pulling asbestos out and all that, like, you know. And he goes, had nothing to do with it, man. He's 76, he was fit as a lump, he's just suddenly dropped off and dead. He says, I don't know about that, like, he says, it took him 3 days to cremate him, he says. Oh man, that sort of stuff was great stuff, man. You got them jokes all the time.
If you told the kids that you were teaching these stories, they wouldn't believe you.
No, they wouldn't understand.
They were so far fetched that they don't believe you. That's another thing. They don't believe that what we're up to. You know.
Used to sing for your money at Christmas at the engine shed as apprentice. You had to sing your carols. Sing your carols.
Initially, it started me when you first day you started. You got up on the mopping off table and pelting at you and pelting tomatoes and anything to get a hold of, you know.
Do you remember when you used to get a pack if you stopped overtime?
Oh yeah.
You'd get a pack and all that.
The old shop in the melting shop.
The old shop in the melting shop.
The old trade mill.
The other thing that nobody believed, what did they call the doctor when you started the company?
Doc Holliday.
And you were told to go and visit Doc Holliday, and you thought that was a wind-up. Seriously, you had to go down, and the doctor was Doc Holliday. And when you were apprentice, you thought that was a stitch up.
It was late and filmy, wasn't it, when you went there?
They could do everything. I mean, but in them days, if you used to get splinters in your eyes, and they would take them out. You weren't taken to the hospital. You know, they were always doing minor operations. I mean, in the end, they had an X-ray. We used to do the films for the X-ray. They had an X-ray department within the company. So they did all their own stuff. But if you got dust in your eye or a bit of steel stuck in your eye, they would get you on and take it out, put a patch on and send you back to work.
I'll tell you too, what happened to me in the ambulance room. You remember you used to go in, you used to have the long form, you used to have the long form you used to sit on.
But tell them what you went in for to start with.
I'd hurt my shoulder, got right.
That was another claim.
This is true, this. So anyway, I went down and they were sitting on the bench and sitting in the middle there, and Jim Core was safety officer. Yeah. He was sitting on the other end on the overhang, and I'm sitting on the other overhang. And the people got up in the middle, and anyway, they shouted Jim. So what happens is Jim got up, and because I was sitting on the overhang, I couldn't put my arm down to save myself, and I went down and slit my head open. So I went to the hospital, got my shoulder done, got my head stitched, and because my arm was strapped up, you had to go back to the ambulance room to report it to be at the hospital, and then just to send you home. And I had these huge doors. Can you remember these huge doors at the ambulance room?
Doors.
So I'm trying to close the door, and I close it, jam my fingers and flash So I went to one and they couldn't believe it in the ambulance room there, and everything had to be put in the book. And the witness to me falling off and split my head was Jim.
Health and safety.
It was a health and safety officer that caused it, and they got rid of the form after that.
I used to have cartilages coming out all the time, you know. You can get different tears, and I used to get one where it come out and I couldn't move my leg. And I was down the blast furnaces, right, up in the roof racks, pulling cables in, and my cartilage went, right. Jackie Beatty and them went away. Jackie Beatty, Ali, and all them, Colin Hughes, went away. Got us 2 packs, put them in there, took the ladders down and left us there for 4 hours. I was on overtime. I couldn't get out of the bloody rack, you know what I mean? Mine, I had a load of Mars bars in a pasty, you know what I mean?